It's a great day for Texas. It's a great day for the project and something that will make this a reality. A DEIS is a draft environmental impact statement. And what that means is that through a process that is led by the federal agencies involved, in this case 19 agencies, led by the FRA, they draft this study, they input comment from many sources and many experts in all disciplines, from city planning to engineering to geotechnical studies to environmental, basically all types of experts in species impacts and any impacts that the project may have. And from that, draw conclusions as to what the least impactful process it is to implement this project. This is a federal process. It will be the first time that we analyze what the agencies are concluding is the best option to implement this process. It will be in consultation with the public and with the county governments and everybody involved to come to the right solutions. So with that and with the involvement of all the experts that we have on board, we will answer all the questions that will take us to construction. Well, it's a long process, as I said. It's been 4 years of input from interested parties, experts that come into analyzing all of the impacts the project may have and how to address them. Once this report has come out, there are certain steps that have to happen. Number one is going through a public hearings process. And that will gather further input from the community on the project now that it's more defined. Number two, it will yield to a final report, so a final environmental impact statement. And that will be the result of gathering all of that input, doing more analysis, refining the design, and through that coming to the best solution possible. And after that, what you get is a record of decision, which is what we need prior to financial close. This is a very long planning process to get us to construction. The DEIS is the first step, but that's not the only area that we're working on. We're working on developing resources, both in terms of the logistics involved in this process that will have to address environmental concerns. Once we start implementing the project, it will allow us to continue our design efforts. As you may recall, in August or so, we nominated Fluor and Lane as our design build partners. And also WSP has been working with them in developing the design for the project. With this more concrete definition of what the path the train will take will allow them to continue this effort of refining the design. We're also going to be hiring lots of local companies to help us do all that work. Also develop a lot of talent locally so that we can actually recruit the 10,000 or so craft and other types of employees that will work on the project. So it's a very, very detailed process to get us there. And the role that we have from now on is to address those concerns and look for solutions that are acceptable to everybody. There's a lot of opportunity for local participation, both at the personal level, folks that will be working on the project itself, building it directly, and also suppliers. Many suppliers in terms of concrete or steel or other materials that will be required for the build. Yes, we have to meet very strict requirements, but part of our job is to get people ready for that. That's why we're working with community colleges, and we'll continue to work with them to develop the craft and certify folks so that they can actually work on the project. Also, we will be having lots of instruction in the areas of safety and others that will be required for us to be able to hire these people, and so on. Well, it brings the project one very important step closer to reality. It's a real milestone. It is the first time that we will be able to talk to the public about the specifics of the project, how it is that we're planning to execute it, how the agency is looking at the best way of doing this, how the public hearing process will input improvements to the execution of the project itself. And through that, in a consensus basis, get to construction. We will address all legitimate concerns. We will treat everybody on a personal basis, and we will make this happen.